Hey, so I thought I'd do a cool kind of primer about Warhammer 40,000, aka 40K, for people that have never heard of 40K and don't know what it is, but may have seen imagery from it and want to know a real super quick rundown about what it is. So Warhammer 40K is a board game in which you collect miniature toy soldiers and you make them fight in a big war. And it's set in a universe that is in the far future, 40,000 years in the future exactly, in which the main stories in this, it's a space horror universe, where the main bulk of the stories and media focuses on these special forces guys who are humanity's main hope in this war in the far future, that are all basically Darth Vader with a gun. And they fight overwhelming odds of aliens, demons, and killer robots that have magic powers. It is a universe in which everything is turned up to 11. It is what we call grimdark. It is so over the top, depressingly grim, that it almost becomes parody. Humanity has been reduced to this theocratic, tyrannic empire that has to be that way because it's the only way that humanity can basically not go extinct. You know, grown adults with jobs spend stupid amounts of money on these 3D printable little soldiers so they can roll dice and paint them and make them fight. So there's obviously a huge amount of lore in the thing. There is like decades of books, and a lot of these books, army codexes, feature drops of lore, a little bit like Dark Souls, where you've got to piece together what's going on from different accounts of the various factions that you can play any one of in this universe. So you don't have to play as the humans. And that's kind of what 40,000, well, Warhammer 40K is. There's your prime. Now, why do people spend so much money on little plastic figures? Well, depending on what guns the little plastic figures have and what, with any one of the many factions that you can decide to collect and play, ideally to fight against someone else's army. So one unit will have different guns equipped that have different effects on the other army. So that's where a lot of learning the rules. But it is a multi-layered hobby where some people just like painting them. Some people like playing the game, and other people just really like this really expansive, really unique universe that is kind of a mishmash of many different other things in science fiction that basically culminates into this big mishmash that really has its own unique identity. So that's Warhammer 40,000. The IP was recently valued at over 5.45 billion. So there is serious money in this thing.